One way of pursuing the subject by saying that no one is going to win that war. But the fact is that Moscow will survive that war. Moscow will survive that war, and Moscow will continue to function as an actor on the stage of the world after that war, but the West will not.
Yes, but you didn't answer my question. Is in the Quran, do you have, can you actually think of a location where is going to happen this
Yes,
big war, or
prophet,
everything that we are now watching from?
yeah, our prophet has prophesied the trigger which will trigger the war will occur in the north of Syria. And perhaps that is the reason why Turkey, under its present government, is going to be critically important in the commencement of that war. But we do not have the script. We do not know what are the exact actual events which will trigger the war. But everything is already in place in Syria. I am of the opinion that the recent events which culminated in regime change in Syria was actually intended to trigger off the war, and it did not. What they wanted was that Russia and Iran should have intervened militarily to try to save the Assad regime in Syria. If Iran and Russia had intervened militarily, then NATO had planned to intervene, and that would have taken the problem of Ukraine would have been solved for them, because Ukraine is moving towards a defeat, and Ukraine would have gotten a rest period. The problem of Ukraine would have been temporary relief for Ukraine. But Russia understood the trap, and Russia and Iran decided to inform Assad that we are not going to intervene. And therefore they chose to sacrifice the regime in Syria in order to ensure victory in Ukraine. That is my analysis of what happened in Syria. Otherwise, that could have been the trigger for the great war to have occurred in the north of Syria.